Well, hello, my fellow Ravens. This is Jacquelyn, and welcome to another video of RuneScape 3. So, guys, today's skill guide we're going to talk about is Slayer. How to get that skill to level 99 as fast as you can. Now, before I actually start that skill, I'm gonna actually let you guys pause the video, search my skill status by the way, and see what other skill guys I actually can make. It says Slayer, mining, smithing, or crafting. And then yeah. Alright, with that, let's begin the Slayer guide. How to get to level 99. So Slayer is like a really good skill based on your combat style, range, magic, or melee. And you just want to choose a task based on a Slayer Master actually. At level 99 Slayer, so I'm going to teleport to a Lumbridge Slayer Master and get my assignment. Now I already have one from her actually. But here how you get Slayer points from her, and that is doing 9 tasks from her in Lumbridge, and then you pick your 10th task from a high level of it. Like if you're in level 1, you can just choose her combat. But you may want to go on a way to hit level 30 combat to go to Edgeville and choose him for your 10th task. Actually, once you complete your 10th task, you get a pretty good amount of Slayer points, and that's like 30, 50. It depends how many quests you actually complete and what Slayer monster you get from that 10th Slayer Master actually, like in Edgeville, Cliffs, or that fairy city, fairy tale city from Lost City quest. You know what I mean, okay? The fairies. And just keep it up. Now, each Slayer Master has a certain ways of trading items. These are trading items you need to slay these Slayer Monsters. I think this the most preferred one is actually these: the ice cooler, the bag of salt, the hammer, the rock hammer, and many more too. So yeah, just pick up all these items to slay a amount of Slayer monsters. And then they have awards, which are buy and learn. No, don't worry about the buy right now until you actually unlock the learn, which first you want to learn the Slayer helmet, and then you want to learn the fuse of the Slayer helmet, the wings and the necklaces. And then you want to make sure you actually have the ability to upgrade these Slayer helmets once you fuse them. And then also you can actually unlock the board, arrows and bullets to flesh them, or the wings of Slayer to craft them, based on how you want to do it. Yeah. But the main part after the Slayer helmet is actually the tool belt, which is the Bone Crusher, Charming Imp, Herbicide, Seaside, and the Accumulator. Yeah, don't worry about this one yet. That's level 99 Slayer, actually. Then she has a assignment that can actually block all thrifts. Thrifts gives you the ability to get multiple tasks from the Slayer monsters of assignments. Blocks are the assignments you never get actually, and is kind of good anyway. You get higher Slayer, you get higher purpose and blocks ones based on your quest points. So if you can't get another one, no, like I can't really get another one, I need 300 quest points. I'm at 280 actually, so yeah. And then finally is just the co-op one, and it's kind of like the same thing, but nothing too much, gotta say. I think there's like skins, pets, the Slayer helmets to recharge, the ring of Slayer, the ability to make food for your partner, so yeah, nothing too much for co-op, but that's how Slayer Master works. So the way I get points from Slayer is actually doing tasks. If you do 9 tasks from Slayer, from a low level Slayer, which could be Furthermore, Lumbridge, or Cliffs actually, then you can actually it's not actually not Cliffs. It's only 2. Yeah, only 2. So if you do low tasks from Furthermore or Lumbridge, 9 of them actually, really, and then go to your high level Slayer Master, which could be Edgeville or Cliffs, and that gives you more points once you complete your 10th task actually. So yeah, just keep it up. Make sure you get to a good amount of Slayer points to unlock some certain things that you need to do. Ew. Yeah, and that's actually how it works. So let's move on to the Slayer Masters that you should actually choose first. Starting with the first one in Lumbridge. So level 1 through 20 actually, you want to choose the first 2 Slayer Masters in Lumbridge and Furthermore, with Jacquelyn and Duradel. Duradel is just not bad, but pretty decent. Just don't do him actually. Mainly do Lumbridge. Okay. Now, once you reach level 30 combat, and the way you do that is just don't focus on one side of a combat, which is like range or magic or melee. You want to just mix them all together. Like maybe you want to do 10 levels of range and 10 levels of magic and then 10 levels of melee. Hey, that would give you the way how to focus on these styles of combat to get to the certain combat level, or like level 30 in Edgeville actually. So yeah, and each Slayer monster has a weakness actually. So if you pick let's say if you pick cows, the weakness actually is magic. If you choose skeletons, the weakness is actually magic. If you choose men, the weakness is actually magic. Wow, what's weaknesses to melee? Hey, if you choose these magicians or wizards, their weakness is melee. Hey, so just keep up with these monsters' weakness, and you change up your combat style actually to get to your combat level 30. And then go to Edgeville, for your 10th task actually. Right here, okay? So 1 through 20. Lumbridge or Furthermore, and then go to Edgeville for your 10th one. Move on to the next Slayer Master, which is in that here. Now, I would say if you want to do Cliffs or the Elves, the Fairy City, you may have to do quests, which is Pierce Appeal, Hold on. No, well, I'm going to go on the series for these two. Pierce Appeal for more team actually. And then Elf City, and then for the Fairy City thing, and you may want to do Lost City. And where is the fairies? I mean, workshop. Here is the fairies. Lost City is the first one you want to do. To do Mackins and Chandler and those two areas. So 20 through, let's say, 35, because you want to just put the best, as you want to hit a Slayer Master that actually gives you double the points based on a quest you have to complete first. Yes. So yeah, 20 through 35. Just pick one of these two Slayer Masters in Elves in Fairy City or in Cliffs, which is Mortium. Yeah, and then in Mortium he gives you, or she gives you a Slayer assignment at the Slayer Tower dungeon, and you just want to pick a contract from there. Yeah, and it's for the best you get a good one. Yeah, complete the contract and the assignment, turn in the contract, and then you get a choosing of money or combat XP. Choose combat XP. Actually, don't choose the money, because Slave Monsters actually give you a lot of money from the items and the cash to sell at the Grain Exchange. So choose the combat XPs as always if you get a Slayer assignment from the Slayer Tower. Move on to the next Slayer Master is Sumona. She's one of the best Slayer Masters because she gives you double the points if you complete the quest called Smoking Kills. Just choose her at level 35 all the way to level 50. And that's so dang. She's combat level 1, combat level 90 actually, and so dang. Now she gives you really good Slayer monsters to slay and double the points too. So just keep up with her and maybe want to pair maybe one or two Slayer monsters from her. Now don't do the blocking yet until you hit level 50 Slayer or higher. Next up is Duradel in Charlotte Village. You want to complete a quest called Charlotte Village actually to enter this area and talk to Duradel to get a Slayer assignment. So yeah, just keep it up and do so. Now, as you know, you're doing these. You're getting these 9 tasks from Lumbridge, and then your 10th one in a high level Slayer Master. So if you get to Duradel with your 50th task, you get actually like 300 points. I gotta say, and then if you do 100 tasks, you may get like 500 Slayer 500 Slayer points, and that gives you the ability to actually do Slayer ways to unlock the Slayer helmet or the 2 belt items, which is actually kind of prominent indeed. So make sure you do your Slayer assignments at 50 and 100. Yeah, and then yeah. Up next, after Duradel, for 50 through 85, actually. I mean, yeah. is Imperfidness. Now this is actually like the last one for these two, Imperfidness and Anachronium. If you don't have Imperfidness actually unlocked, actually, I mixed up my Slayer Master. Is actually Corinne. Corinne is actually combat low 110, while the Charlotte is actually 100 combat. So Corinne is actually a really good Slayer Master. You just want to keep up with her and starting. Now you may get a Slayer assignment from her cave, and if you do enter her cave, and it's actually pretty cool. It's a pretty decent place to slay. It has like amount of slay monsters you can actually do based on Abyssal Demons, Dark Beasts, Gargoyles, Hellhounds, Dragons, which are actually Metal Dragons, and so on through those. So yeah, just hold the best to get to level 85 with her, and then you choose your final two Slayer Masters, which is Imperfidness and Anachronium. Now I got it right. So if you don't have Imperfidness actually unlocked, you can go to Anachronium. Actually, it's pretty easy area to get to the Imperfidness, because Imperfidness you have to beat a quest called Plague's End, and Plague's End is a backfire quest that's of the L storyline. So you may just want to focus on Anachronium if you don't want to go to Imperfidness. So yeah, your choice. Do you want to go through 15 quests of El City, or do you want to hit none of them and just go to Anachronium and hit Aikio? Now these two Slayer Masters has 120 combat actually, and they are pretty good, I gotta say. Gives you a decent amount of Slayer assignments you can do, which are corrupted creatures, those worms in the desert, jungle, and ice plains, and then also the wilderness too. And then so I think the one in actually Anachronium, she gives you dragon tasks, which are actually the gemstone dragons. But you're only allowed to kill, I think, 2 gemstone dragons once you get through low 99, and then the rest is it's actually past 99. So yeah, I believe you're allowed to kill 2 gemstone dragons. I'm not sure it was all 4 of them. Anyway, that's how these 2 Slayer Master works. Now you do want to do another one, but don't worry about it. It's actually the Wilderness Slayer Master. If you really want to do Wilderness Slayer assignments, it's up to you. I don't want you guys to do it. It's kind of boring, and it gives you the ability to unlock these 3 weapons areas at level 70. So, or 80, one of those 2. Anyway, just don't do them. Yeah, so no bonus. Sorry. And then finally, that's actually pretty much it, I gotta say. So yeah, let's move on to the awards of the Slayer skill. So once you actually get lower 99 Slayer, there's actually a pass of 99, and that is 120. Now 120 is actually kind of insane, because that requires like, I think to me is 88 mil. If I check my 120 mining thing. So yeah. Anyway, moving on, what I gotta say is at level past 99 is 120. So like 120, you get equipped creatures of Caprid, the Gemstone Dragon Hydrus, and so it's 3 Gemstone Dragons. Okay, not 2, it's 3. And then you just keep on going with these. Well, some of them are in Aquarium, some of them are in the Lost Grove, and some of them are in the Corrupted Creatures, which is in the Serpent Slayer Dungeon. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I gotta say. Yeah, and if you also like to slay a certain Slayer boss, actually, below 99, actually, you can. It is a Central Slayer boss. I'll show you. It's on the Beast tab. The Legions. These are the guys you may want to slay at level 95 Slayer. And these Legions are pretty good to get some money on. They are combat level 110 actually, and I think that's quite low actually. They're combat level 3 or 4. But just learn their attackers and that sort of thing. I think all of them have the same magic of lightings, things on the floor, and who are moving, this sort of thing. So it's like each one is different actually. Okay, yeah. And that's actually pretty much it, I gotta say. So moving on to the skill cape of Slayer. And this is what it actually looks like of the Slayer. This is actually a normal size. The master one is actually a little better, I gotta say, but it is pretty cool, I gotta say. And the perk is actually really good. It gives you the ability to teleport to any Slayer masters in Seoul, I gotta say. So yeah. And then here's a emote for it. I'll show it to you. It's pretty decent, not too bad. Just slaying a monster against your feet. So there you go. That's the emote. And then there is also the skill pet from the skill is actually Crampy. Right here. It's a gargoyle. That's the Slayer skill pet. And as you know, this skill is actually a support skill. Now you won't actually get this shard for the expert skill cape at all, because it's locked at level 120 Slayer, not 99. So that's kind of a pain, but it's fine. But it's gonna take a very long while to get to low 120, and that means Herbal is gonna be a pain to get it to low 120. On my mind. Anyway, I think that's actually pretty much it, I gotta say. Hey, so I'm gonna leave the video here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll move on to the next skill, I gotta say, which will be mining. And so don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Join T Raven. Do follow me on all my social media accounts, and I'll see you next time. Bye.